guys, well this is Fernando from the Attraction Marketing Formula. Now, we just finished having an awesome call with Jim Yagi. He's an AdWords master for the network marketing industry. So he's managed to generate up to $40,000 in using AdWords as his primary traffic source, among a few other traffic sources, but AdWords was definitely his forte. And he's been keeping these secrets as to how he uses AdWords to himself for a very long time. And so I recently was talking to him and asked him if he'd be willing to share some of his secrets, and he said sure. But I put the stipulation that he had to share everything he had. And after a little back and forth, he finally agreed to give it his all, make it the best possible training anyone's ever done on Google AdWords. And so we had that training, and it was awesome. This past Monday, uh, after 2 hours of intense education that Jim Yagi provided, he messaged me a little later with this exhausted tone on his voice, and basically said, "Dude, I gave them everything I had," and that's exactly what we asked him to do. So if you weren't on that call, I'm really sorry because you missed out on some great info. I don't know when we'll be releasing that call, but if you want to be on the waiting list to learn more about when we'll be releasing that call, you can go to attractionmarketingformula.com/AdWords, and you'll be on the waiting list, the notification list, so you know when that call will next be available. So that was an awesome event. And actually, Jim showed you how to operate, how to master AdWords on a budget. A lot of people, especially network marketers who don't have much money, are afraid to use AdWords. Well, Jim started with AdWords with a $50 budget and became very profitable and had success very quickly once he set a budget and made sure that that's all he was going to spend for that month. And he was going to spend $50 a month to learn AdWords. And so, but for the rest of you, some of you may still be daunted by AdWords. So there's lots of other pay-per-click options out there that are less risky and are actually cheaper. It'll get you some cheap clicks. You might not get the massive traffic that AdWords provides, but you'll get some cheap clicks. And one of those resources that I've been using to generate traffic is Amazon.com. Now, how does one use Amazon.com to generate traffic? Well, if you didn't know already, Amazon actually has a pay-per-click program. So if I go here, type in the term network marketing. Okay, so here's a list of books for network marketing. If I scroll all the way down, you'll see there's a list of ads at the bottom. It says sponsored links. They're targeting network marketers, and just like Google, Amazon will bold the keyword if it's in your ad. So this is a secret. A lot of people don't know that Amazon has a pay-per-click program, and the advantage to using Amazon is that it's very simple. It's primitive, therefore very simple, and you don't need to figure out all the things about Google Slap and relevancy and all this other stuff. Amazon is great for the newbie to get started. All you really need is to set up a campaign, set up an ad, dump your keywords in there, and you're done. That's it. And just launch it, and you'll start getting some traffic through Amazon. And the thing about Amazon is that the buyers, the people that are coming through Amazon, are far more qualified than the people searching on Google. Why? Because they're actually considering buying something. If they're going on here looking for resources on network marketing, then they're looking for training already. So if you can provide that training, then you're golden. So here's a list of books, and a little tip that you can use for keyword ideas on Amazon is search for network marketing, and then look at the titles of the books and the authors and use those as keywords in your Amazon pay-per-click marketing, as well as the more generic terms like network marketing and what have you. Um, so let's just hop in, and I'll show you how to set up a campaign, a pay-per-click campaign with Amazon. Now the first thing you got to do is go to clickriver.com and set up an account. So just register, put in your name, email, and then after you go through the registration process, you come upon a screen like this. So this is a test account that I have, and I've set up a couple small campaigns here per click. So let me show you how to set up a Amazon pay-per-click campaign. So I click new, and then it says create campaign, and then it gives you an option between campaign type. Choose keyword. Service category is more for if you're say you're buying a refrigerator from Amazon. People can put their ads up based on category. Say somebody to install your refrigerator, or some repairman or something like that. So campaign title, I'm going to call this Amazon Video 1. And daily budget, I'm going to set it at $50. Now, that may seem like a lot, but actually Amazon is so cheap to advertise on that you'll never even come close to that. At most, I spend like $1 a day, if that, on Amazon. So I don't think you have to worry about that. So on negative keywords, you're going to put keywords you don't want to trigger. So if for whatever reason, say you're targeting the keyword network marketing, uh, if somebody types in, if you don't use negative keywords and someone types in negative network marketing scam, then your ad's going to pop up, and so that's gonna it's wasting impressions of your ad, because obviously this person's not interested in network marketing. They're just putting the term scam just kind of see if they can find any controversial books. So you want to probably use scam as a negative keyword, and sure, you can think of other negative keywords that you don't want your ad to be triggered by. And if your ad is not triggered, then it boosts your click-through rate and probably lowers your cost on Amazon. So you want to set up your geo-targeting, and for me, I just put all countries. This is a test. You can do specific countries if you like. And then advertising details. So this is my new ad. So I'm going to say Amazon Video Ad 1, and I'm going to put my max cost per click. I usually like to start off in any pay-per-click campaign, even on Google. I usually do 23 cents. So that's what I'll use here. Don't worry, it shouldn't be that much if you're really using the niche key terms like I told you. Use authors and the books they write, and you shouldn't be paying more than like 10 cents per click. Okay, and for headline, since you're say we're gonna assume that we're gonna be bidding on a broad key term like network marketing. So let's just say we want to have our keyword appear on the title. So let's put attention network marketers. And then for the description, learn how to get hundreds of leads online by advertising on Amazon.com. And display URL, of course, attraction marketing formula. And then I'm going to be using this URL. It has some tracking here. So I put in this URL, destination URL, that's to my capture page, and I put some tracking info back there. You don't have to use that. You can just put your capture page URL. But if you know how to use tracking with your website, then go ahead and save and continue. And now basically it's asking you for keywords. So notice how, unlike on Google, you can just dump your keywords here, as many as you like, hundreds, and Amazon doesn't care. Amazon will show your ad for all of them. So that's a key difference between Amazon and Google, and it's an advantage and disadvantage. Amazon is very easy on the newbie. It's very easy to get started with pay-per-click, get some traffic to your website, and get targeted traffic to your website. That's a key. So you're not going to get a geyser of traffic like maybe you would on Google, but it's a great start, and it really kind of gets you your chops honed in on using pay-per-click advertising. So I'm going to use the terms network marketing, MLM, I don't know, Amway. You get the idea. These keywords related to network marketing. And then some negative keywords. Well, like I said, you want to use negative keywords for keywords you don't want to be accidentally triggered by. I don't know of any keywords off the top of my head that you wouldn't want, so I'll just leave it at that and move forward. Oh yeah, I did say scam, so let's just put scam just for. So, and then it asked me to turn this ad on, so I'm going to turn it on. Now my ad it says right there, your advertisement is now running at 23 cents per click, and it gives me my stats here. There's my ad right there. It calls them creatives, and those are my keywords. And then it'll give me some stats on impressions, clicks on those keywords, click-through rate, which is a percentage, cost per click, what it's costing you, total cost, and then the rank of your ad. And that's basically it. You've just set up your pay-per-click marketing campaign on Amazon.com. So it's just a pay-per-click's not emphasized, but it's still going to bring you some very targeted leads. And these are buyers, people that are willing to invest in a book. So if they're willing to invest in a book to learn about network marketing or business opportunities or something like that, then this is a great place to start advertising. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys take this information and implement it right away. You don't need much money at all to start. And so far, I haven't spent more than $10 on my Amazon pay per click this month. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Take care.